Hey, what's up everyone? This is Ete. Happy November and welcome to another episode of Eco Lawn Science. I want to just talk briefly about top dressing your soil, your lawn. What I mean by this is you're taking some top dress, which consists, now top dress itself, you could ask 10 people and get 10 different ingredients of what makes a great top dress. Generally, you're going to have a mixture of sand, some loam, some peat. You could use compost. There's all kinds of things. But the idea is you are building up your soil. You are adding to its immunity. So right now is a great time. Right before, when it's still late fall and early spring, you can do it. But the idea is you have your soil that's out there. It's exposed. People walk on it. Snow hits it. It just gets changed. Leaves fall on it. Dogs pee on it. Like so many things happen to your soil. It affects the balance of what's happening. And a lot of times things get out of whack by the end of the year. A lot of parties, all these things happen. And so it's great to add top dressing. This is like adding organic nutrients. This is like adding some soil, some sand, some things to help build up your soil. A lot of times during the season, we talk about lawn, grass. But top dressing is really for the soil, which ultimately will help you to have a thicker, greener lawn. But often people ignore the soil, and that's really the foundation of it all. That's what makes it great. And so top dressing is something that's great to do. It'll also help out if you have lumpy, bumpy kind of areas that they bother you. They have little dips in them. It's a great time to try to build them up. And the idea is this. You're going to, again, there's so many different mixes, and I'll talk a little bit about those in a bit. But you're going to apply it. So picture just a big pile of compost and topsoil. I say that because you know what that looks like. And it gets dumped off in front of your house, and you're literally taking shovels and you're flinging it across the yard in a thin way, trying to apply it. If you put too much down in one area, you're going to cover your grass and you're going to suffocate it. You could ultimately kill it. So the key is you got to do it very lightly, 1/4 inch, maybe a 1/2 inch at the most in some situations. But if you can do 1/4 inch spring, 1/4 inch fall, year after year, you are going to build that soil. Like the immunity of that soil will be awesome over time. And so really recommend it. But again, watch how thick you go. Too much, you will suffocate it. There's different ways. I mean, literally it's that simple. You could have once you have your top dress, you could just spread it. So imagine it's labor intensive. It takes time. You may pay a company, $500-$600 to do this. You can do it yourself or just put your kids to work if you have any good, strong kids. But yeah, it'll go very far, and I really, really recommend it. There are machines that you can buy, and they're called top dressers. Imagine that. You can also rent them in some parts of the country. They're hard to get here in Utah, but I've seen in a lot of areas like New York, a lot of areas down south. Homeowners can go to Home Depot, other places, and rent them for $100 a day. And you kind of ride it over your lawn, and it has this huge, kind of like a bucket. You fill it up with the top dress, and it shakes back and forth, and you walk across, and it'll do its thing. It makes it a lot easier and a one man, one woman job. So again, what's in your top dress, that's a little complicated. It's gonna vary between house to house, yard to yard, soil to soil. Again, generally, if you have like a loamy soil type, you're gonna do 3 parts loam, 3 parts sand, 1 part peat. If you have a sandy soil type, and you're gonna reverse it. And so it's really, ideally what you wanna do is you wanna do a soil sample. You want to get some structure, find out the structure of your soil. And while you're at it, look at the pH, look at those types of things now. And then it will help you. You'll get suggestions. If you need help, feel free to email it to me. I will happily help you come up with a plan for your top dress. But that's the idea. You'll get a soil sample. You'll get something that's kind of custom so you can find out what does your soil really need. And then you apply it. And again, it's very simple. You use a spade and you put the thin layer across the lawn, and then you just grab the backside of a rake and you kind of spread it through, work it through the grass. If you have irrigation on, which most people don't now in November, but you could do a light watering to kind of help settle in, again, so it doesn't sit up top. But the idea is you're building up soil health. You're adding organic matter. You're helping the soil structure. You're helping the soil's ability to hold nutrients, to hold water, to hold all the things that you do during the year. This is where you make it work. If your soil is just out of whack and not great structure, everything's off, you can fertilize, you can water it all day, you're not going to get results. So it's the foundation, it's the core of your lawn. So definitely don't ignore it. Unfortunately, it does get ignored in a lot of lawn programs. So that's my tip for today. Again, if you need help, reach out to me, or just do a soil sample and your local extension, and they will walk you through how to do a top dress. Oh, and one of the things I forgot to mention is often it's good to aerate in advance, a core aerate. I know we do a lot of liquid aeration. I do like a core aeration just prior to your top dressing if you have the tools abilities. It's not going to be a game changer as far as if you can't get to aerator, don't do it. But if you can, it's just, again, it's a little bit of work, a little bit more expense, but it'll make your top dressing go so much further. Well, I hope that helps. Hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you on the next episode of Eco Lawn Science.